You know, it feels like just yesterday we were all trying to wrap our heads around social media algorithms, and now, bam, here comes AI, completely reshaping the content landscape. It can feel a bit overwhelming trying to keep up.
Rightly.
You want to stay informed, but the sheer volume of information, especially with AI churning out more every second, can be, well, a lot. So for you today, we're cutting through that noise.
Absolutely. Think of this as your shortcut to understanding the AI content revolution. We've taken a stack of articles, research, industry trends, and distilled it all down.
Okay.
Our mission is simple: to give you the crucial insights into how AI is changing the game, both in how content is found and how you can create content that actually rises above the digital clamor.
Right.
We're not going to get bogged down in the deep tech. It's all about what this means for you and your content strategy.
Exactly. We've looked at everything from the hard numbers on how AI is changing search behavior to expert opinions on how to craft content that truly resonates in this new environment. So let's dive right in. How is AI actually changing how you, as someone looking for information, find what you need?
Well, the core shift we're seeing is a move away from that traditional search engine results page. You know, that list of 10 links.
Right, the classic Google page.
Exactly. Now, AI-powered tools like Google's SGE, ChatGPT, Bing Chat, Perplexity, they're designed to give you direct answers, often without you even clicking through to a website. The traditional search funnel is being compressed or even bypassed entirely. Your audience might not even land on your website to get their initial answers.
Wow.
Which fundamentally shifts the goal from just ranking to being the source of truth AI pulls from.
Which has some pretty significant implications for all of us who create content, right? I came across some stats that really made me rethink things.
They should. According to, well, one source, around 80% of consumers are now using these AI-driven results for at least 40% of their searches.
80%.
Yeah, that's a huge chunk of information discovery happening without a single click to a website. And the impact on web traffic is substantial. Estimates suggest a 15% to 25% reduction in organic web traffic, and roughly 60% of searches now end without a click-through.
60%.
60%. It almost feels like the entire SEO game of the past decade is being, upended.
Yeah.
The key insight for us seems to be that we need to shift our focus from simply attracting clicks to providing the best answer, even if that answer is consumed elsewhere.
60%.
Yeah.
That really drives home the zero-click phenomenon.
Yeah.
So all those hours we might have spent trying to rank number one, does that even matter as much for you now?
It's become more nuanced. While direct traffic might decrease, it's fascinating to note that when AI does cite its sources, those sources can still see engagement.
Oh, interesting.
Google's SGE snapshots, for example, have shown a click-through rate of about 12.5%,
Okay.
which is actually a bit higher than a typical featured snippet's 10% click-through rate. So being a cited source in an AI answer could become a new form of valuable referral traffic for you. It's almost a recalibration of what ranking means, from the top of a list to being in the AI's answer.
Interesting. So maybe it's less about being the only answer and more about being a good answer that AI trusts enough to cite for your audience.
Precisely.
What about how people research things like products or services you might be offering? Is AI changing that too?
Oh, absolutely. The shift is happening rapidly. One poll found that a whopping 62% of respondents are already using chatbots like ChatGPT or Gemini for product and service research.
62%.
That's a significant adoption rate. It raises the question of how brands can ensure their information is accurately represented and positively framed within these AI conversations.
Right, like do our traditional brand monitoring tools even cover these new AI intermediaries effectively for you?
That's a great question. In the near term, this means anyone marketing a product or service needs to consider that potential customers might find them through a chatbot's recommendation, not just a traditional search engine results page.
That's quite a change. It's almost like word of mouth, but from an AI.
Exactly. And looking further down the line, as AI assistants become more integrated into our devices and interfaces, users might bypass traditional web search altogether for many of their needs. This is where the line between discovery and consumption really blurs for you. We're already seeing AI tools handling transactions like Perplexity's Shop with Perplexity feature, where users can buy products directly from an AI answer. So your website might become more of a back-end resource, a place where the AI pulls its information, rather than the main destination for the user in the long term.
Wow. Okay.
Which brings us to a crucial point. How does AI actually select and surface content for you? What makes something AI citable?
Okay, so what's the secret sauce? How do you create content that AI loves and therefore might present to someone looking for information you provide?
Well, every AI search assistant has its own algorithms, obviously, but there are some common threads.
Sorry?
For instance, Google's SGE often pulls information from featured snippets.
Ah, the snippets again.
Yep. So if your content frequently wins featured snippets, it's more likely to be included in AI summaries. Platforms like Bing Chat and Perplexity tend to favor well-structured, informative content, like detailed how-tos, listicles, and reviews.
Makes sense.
They seem to prioritize depth and usefulness over thin or purely commercial pages when deciding what to show you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
AI is trying to provide the most helpful answer to you, not just, a sales pitch.
Exactly.
What kind of factors do these AI models look at under the hood when they're evaluating content for you?
Well, the core factors are generally relevance and quality. Bing and ChatGPT often draw from top search results, but they also use their own indexing and ranking algorithms to assess trustworthiness.
Right.
Key elements include whether the content directly answers the user's question, that's you, if it's from a reputable source, if it's recent, and if it's factually consistent.
Okay.
As one SEO expert noted, you need to ensure your content provides structured, well-sourced, and direct answers, because AI will extract only the most relevant snippets for the person asking.
So it's still important to do SEO to get found by these retrieval algorithms,
Definitely.
but then you also need to optimize for clarity and accuracy so the AI chooses to quote you.
Got it.
Spot on. So how do we actually build this AI-friendly content for your potential audience?
There are several key strategies. First and foremost, answer questions directly and upfront. Don't bury the lead.
Right. Get straight to it.
AI summaries favor content that delivers the main answer in a clear, concise way, ideally at the beginning of a section or article. If someone asks, "What is X?" define it in the first sentence of your H2.
Okay.
It's like getting straight to the point for a very impatient reader, who happens to be a robot.
Precisely. So for you creating content, think about posing common user questions as subheadings and answering them immediately. Consider using a key takeaways or TLDR section at the top. AI models often latch onto these summaries when presenting information to a user. What's another key element for you to consider?
Secondly, focus on logical structure and formatting. Use a clear hierarchy of headings, bullet points, numbered steps, tables, bolded key phrases.
Okay.
This makes it much easier for AI to parse your content and extract relevant information for you. So think scannable, organized, easy for a machine to read.
Right. Make it easy for the AI to digest so it can serve it up to you later.
Yeah.
What else can you do?
Incorporate schema and metadata. Adding structured data markup from schema.org, like FAQ schema or how-to schema, provides a machine-readable roadmap to your content.
Schema. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds a bit technical.
It can seem that way, but think of it as adding special labels to your website's information. It's like putting this is an FAQ sticker on your frequently asked questions so that search engines and AI can understand exactly what that section is about. Ah, okay. This helps them pick out the right bits of information to use in their answers for you.
That sounds a bit technical, but essentially it's about giving the AI extra clues about what your content is and how it's structured so it can better help you find it.
Precisely. Then align your content with how you actually phrase your queries. Do keyword research focusing on natural, question-based queries and long-tail phrases. Mirror the language your audience uses and include semantically related terms and synonyms.
Okay, so instead of just content marketing, think how to create content that ranks in AI search results when you're doing your keyword research.
Exactly. And think about all the related phrases people might use, like how to market my content effectively, best content strategies, or even common misspellings. These are semantically related terms, words, and phrases that are conceptually linked to your main topic.
Gotcha.
They help AI understand the nuances of what you're covering for you. Also, maintain a conversational but credible tone. Aim for that sweet spot of explaining to an intelligent beginner clear, plain language without being overly basic or using too much jargon.
Right.
No fluff. Avoid marketing fluff and unsupported claims. Back up your statements with facts. Credibility is key for both AI and human readers.
Definitely.
Cite authoritative sources, include author bios, keep your content updated. Some AI models even look for inline citations as a quality signal when they're evaluating information for you.
So show your work, basically.
Pretty much. And finally, optimize for featured snippets, because that's often where AI draws its answers from to give to you, right?
Right. So for you content creators, think about how to get into those featured snippets.
Correct. Use question-based headings, provide direct answers in that 40-60 word sweet spot. Structure your answers as concise paragraphs, lists, or tables. Include the question keyword in your answer.
Okay.
Think about how you can serve the users, that's you, intent in the quickest, clearest way that benefits both the user and the AI.
Okay, so we've covered how to make our content AI friendly. But in a world where AI can churn out so much content, how do you actually stand out? How do we avoid just blending into the AI-generated background when you're searching for something unique?
Yeah, that's where originality becomes your superpower. In an AI-saturated landscape, going beyond the obvious and generic is crucial for you to notice content.
Right.
This means finding fresh angles and providing insights that AI alone can't replicate.
So, ironically, one way to stand out from AI might be to use AI in our research process to find those unique angles for you.
Exactly. Use AI as a research ally to discover untapped angles that might interest you. Tools can analyze existing content and point out overcovered and undercovered areas.
Mhm.
AI can scan forums, reviews, social media to find unaddressed questions or niche discussions that might be gold mines for unique content ideas for you. It can recognize patterns in user-generated content that humans might miss.
That's fascinating, using AI to find the gaps that other AI and humans haven't filled for you.
Right.
But we can't just rely on AI for the ideas themselves, right?
No, absolutely not, because then everything might start sounding the same to you.
Yeah.
AI can only recombine what it already knows. The human touch is essential for true originality that resonates with you. Treat AI's suggestions as a starting point, not the final answer.
Okay.
Validate those insights, add context, and layer in your own experience and domain expertise to make it truly unique for you.
What about taking a different stance on things?
Yeah.
I've heard about the power of contrarian content to grab your attention.
Oh, yeah. Embracing contrarian and uncommon viewpoints can be incredibly effective in making you stop and think. When everyone in your field is saying the same thing, saying something different, provided it's sincere and well-argued, immediately draws attention.
Right.
It challenges the status quo and can trigger engagement and discussion amongst you and your peers. Just be sure your contrarian view is backed by evidence or logic, not just for shock value.
Good point.
It's about making people stop and rethink, rather than just agreeing with the echo chamber you might usually encounter.
What are some other ways for content creators to find those original angles that will capture your interest?
Look for overlooked insights and underreported trends that you might be curious about. Dig for data others haven't shared. Monitor emerging microtrends. Tap into niche communities, internal data, or cross-industry observations.
Okay.
The goal is to be among the first to talk about something, positioning yourself as an original thinker for you. Content rooted in your own proprietary data or real-world experiences is particularly valuable because it's harder for competitors and AI to duplicate for you.
I like the idea of drawing cross-industry parallels, too. AI might not spontaneously connect ideas from completely different fields that could be really insightful for you.
Precisely. Applying lessons from one industry to another can introduce fresh perspectives and create non-obvious content that you find valuable.
Yeah.
These kinds of mashups demonstrate creative thinking and can hook readers with a new lens they haven't considered before.
So the playbook for uncovering original content ideas that will resonate with you involves scanning the landscape, finding a gap or twist, validating it, crafting content with a unique thesis, adding non-obvious value, and concluding with a fresh insight that makes you think.
Nicely put.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, what about making an actual connection with you, the audience? AI can provide information, but can it build rapport with you?
Yeah, that's where strategic storytelling comes in. In an AI-saturated environment, storytelling becomes a key differentiator for forging emotional connections with you.
Right.
It's the bridge between delivering information and making people feel something, which is what truly resonates.
I've heard about frameworks like StoryBrand. How do those apply to creating content that connects with you?
Well, frameworks like StoryBrand emphasize making the customer, that's you, the hero of the story, with your brand acting as the guide.
Okay.
This immediately makes your content more relatable because it focuses on your challenges and aspirations, not just the brand's features. So instead of saying our product has X feature, you frame it as, are you struggling with Y problem? Here's how you can overcome it.
Right, making it about me as the listener, not just about the product.
Exactly. Effective brand storytelling involves several key elements that will draw you in. First, identify the hero's problem, clearly articulate the pain points your target audience faces.
Yeah.
Then, position your brand as the guide with the solution, establishing your credibility and presenting a clear, actionable plan for you. Crucially, show the transformative outcome, the before and after, and humanize the benefits for you.
Hmm.
Infuse emotion and connect to a larger purpose whenever possible. And structure your content with a clear narrative arc and flow, like problem, struggle, solution, outcome, to keep you engaged.
You mentioned examples like HP's The Wolf series. That wasn't just about selling software. It was a whole thriller storyline that kept you watching.
Exactly. It made a typically dry topic like cybersecurity engaging and memorable for you. State Street's Fearless Girl statue is another great example. A powerful visual telling a story about empowerment that resonated with so many.
Yeah, that was powerful.
Even a simple blog post can start with an anecdote to draw the reader, like you in. Stories make your content stick. People might forget a statistic, but they'll remember a relatable story and how it made them feel.
So while AI can deliver the facts to you, it's the human element of storytelling that builds trust and affinity and ultimately drives connection and conversion with you.
And precisely. Now let's talk about content that is inherently difficult for AI to replicate for you. Original research and thought leadership.
Okay.
Why are these so important in an AI ecosystem for someone like you looking for truly valuable information?
It seems like when AI can summarize existing information endlessly, new original information becomes incredibly valuable to you.
Exactly. Original research like industry reports, benchmark studies, surveys, experiments provides new data that feeds the industry and even the AI itself.
Hmm.
People crave new information, especially with credible numbers. Being the source of truth for a particular data point earns you authority and backlinks, making your content more discoverable for you.
Right.
And from an AI perspective, this kind of content has staying power because AI models update based on published and cited information that you might find later.
And for you, the reader, thought leadership offers a perspective you might not find anywhere else.
Correct. Thought leadership, on the other hand, offers a new take or strong point of view, pushing the conversation beyond rehashing popular opinions that you've already heard.
Yeah.
It's about insightful synthesis and interpretation that requires human expertise and vision. So while AI can summarize AI in marketing for you, a thought leader might offer a novel prediction about the future of AI in the field that sparks your interest.
So it's about challenging assumptions and articulating new ideas for you to consider.
Exactly. Thought leadership should challenge assumptions and articulate new ideas. It can spark debate and position your brand as a leader, not just a follower in your eyes. Why do these matter more in an AI world? Because AI can't easily produce new facts or visionary opinions without human input. This builds trust and credibility with your audience. That's you.
Right.
And as people potentially become wary of AI-written content, they might actively seek out brands that demonstrate clear expertise and original contributions that you value.
So for content creators aiming to reach you, it's about going beyond just summarizing and actually creating something new.
That's a strong possibility. To identify opportunities for original research that would benefit you, look for data gaps or unanswered questions in your industry. Challenge unexamined assumptions with a thought leadership piece that will make you think. Leverage your company's unique data or your team's extensive experience to offer something new to you.
Okay.
And remember, you can use AI to assist in the research process for data crunching or summarizing, but it shouldn't replace human analysis and your unique voice when presenting information to you.
So instead of just relying on what's already out there for you to read, it's about creating something new and insightful that AI can then learn from and others can cite for you.
Well said.
I like the examples you gave. A podcast adds benchmark study for original research and the next decade of AI in finance. 5 predictions for thought leadership. Yeah, these really illustrate the power of going beyond the surface level for you.
Absolutely.
Now let's shift gears a bit. How are forward-thinking companies actually using AI in their day-to-day content strategy to better reach you? It's not just about writing blog posts, is it?
Oh, not at all. AI is being integrated into various stages of the content workflow for efficiency, personalization, and greater impact on you.
Like where?
This includes content ideation and planning, where AI tools can help brainstorm topics and create outlines quickly, potentially uncovering areas of interest for you that might have been missed.
Okay, so it's like having an AI brainstorming partner to get the ball rolling on content that you might find relevant.
Exactly.
What about the actual writing process that you eventually consume?
AI writing assistants can produce initial drafts of various content formats, freeing up human writers to focus on refinement and strategy.
Okay.
The case study from Sage Publishing, where they used AI to draft book descriptions and saw a 99% reduction in drafting time and a 50% cost cut,
Wow.
is a powerful example of AI as a force multiplier in creating content for you.
Wow, those are incredible numbers. It really shows how AI can handle some of the more time-consuming tasks in getting content to you.
Right?
What about after the content is written that you're about to engage with? What role does AI play in making sure that content actually reaches you effectively?
Well, AI is also being used for editing and optimization, helping with grammar, clarity, SEO, and even predicting content performance.
Hmm.
AI SEO tools can analyze your draft and suggest improvements based on top-ranking content that you are likely to find. Then there's personalization and dynamic content, where AI tailors content to different audience segments based on user data. This could be personalized email subject lines or custom case studies generated on the fly, making the content more relevant to you specifically.
That level of personalization was really only feasible for huge companies before AI became more accessible to reach you.
Exactly. So the content you see could be increasingly tailored just for you.
Interesting.
AI also plays a role in content distribution and promotion, suggesting optimal times and channels to publish so that you are more likely to see it, and even optimizing ad spend. And in analytics, AI can sift through vast amounts of data to provide actionable insights and even predict trends in what you are interested in. Finally, AI can assist with content maintenance and repurposing, identifying outdated content and suggesting new formats that might appeal to you.
You shared some fascinating real-world examples of these applications, like Bayer using AI to predict consumer needs based on search and weather data,
Yeah.
leading to significant increases in engagement and efficiency in reaching you.
Right. And that ultimately means you get more relevant information at the right time.
Yes, and BuzzRadar's AI-powered Insights Hub for real-time social media campaign analysis saved their clients millions in reaching the right audiences like you.
Mhm.
Epsilon used AI for more precise customer targeting in direct marketing, so the mail you receive is more relevant. And Typeface demonstrated how small teams can compete with larger brands by leveraging AI for on-brand content generation that can then be distributed to you.
Yeah.
These case studies really underscore the transformative potential of AI in content strategy, ultimately impacting the content you consume.
Definitely.
So the near-term implications are clear. If you're not using AI in some way to create and distribute content, you might be falling behind in reaching your audience.
That's the reality.
It's about augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them entirely in the effort to connect with you.
Precisely. It's that co-pilot approach, where humans set the direction and refine the AI output to ensure it resonates with. Long term, we might see new roles emerge, like AI content editor, and a continued explosion in content volume, making differentiation even more critical for you to notice specific content.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We might also see more AI-driven interactive content experiences that you can engage with directly. So the playbook for integrating AI into your content strategy to reach you involves auditing your process, piloting AI tools, setting guidelines and training your team, measuring the improvements in engagement with you, iterating and upscaling, and always keeping humans in the loop for oversight and that crucial human touch that resonates with you.
That sounds like a solid plan for anyone looking to navigate this evolving landscape and continue creating content that you find valuable.
It's about embracing AI as a collaborator to work smarter and reach your audience in new ways, while still focusing on creating truly innovative and impactful content that you will connect with.
Well, this has been incredibly insightful. So to summarize the key takeaways for everyone listening, that's you. AI is fundamentally changing how content is discovered. So optimizing for AI is crucial, but it's not enough on its own.
Right.
Originality and human insight are now more valuable than ever in creating content that stands out to you. Strategic storytelling builds those vital connections with you.
Mm-hmm.
And AI is a powerful tool to augment our content efforts across the board to better reach you.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between technical adaptation and creative reinvention to best serve you, the audience. Be the trusted source that AI cites for you, tell the stories that resonate with you, and generate the insights that drive your industry forward for you.
So here's something for you to really think about. As AI increasingly becomes the new gatekeeper to information, how will your unique perspective not just reach your audience, but also inform the AI itself?
Ooh, good question.
And with AI handling content at scale, What truly human-centric content experiences will you create to foster genuine connection in this evolving landscape? It's definitely something to ponder. Thanks for taking that deep dive with us.